Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Will, and we are back with some more Final Fantasy today. Like I mentioned yesterday during yesterday's stream, we are going to be continuing with some more side quests? Question mark? Yeah. We're going to be going and doing all of these ones in these other cities. Circle back around, do the main story part, possibly, if we are able to get there within the first hour, because I don't want to like do a main story beat, get wrapped up into it, and only have to play an hour of the story. So we're gonna see how long these are gonna take. Hopefully we can get through some of them pretty quickly. But let's start with our good old town. I'm assuming we're probably gonna go to the tavern for this one. We always do. Yep.
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As of those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why well, the wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
All right.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep him in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
Gazal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
Let's do this. Probably teleport there. Easy. Hey. Dude, we haven't really had to push off in this direction. Maybe we could go and do that. Honestly, we haven't had to go into like the lands that are all like sucked out, like have all the life sucked out of them really. Not since like the very beginning of the game. People, if they gave us more of that territory to explore.
Ah, Lord Rossfield. What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
Martha! That's per usual.
These are Gazal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed, only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The Horde is closing in. They're coming, so wait, all of them.
Damn it all, I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die, fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your guardians. What help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them. My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter, to serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will, a home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool!
Now that one guy looks like a jackass.
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, If it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
The calm before the storm.
Right.
And here it comes. I will not let this village fall.
There we go. That wipes out 9% of them. Okay, maybe more like 10%. Damn. Wrong one. I keep mixing up the Shiva with the electric. Drawing a blank on his name.
There's a good boy.
To me, boy!
That's cool. He yells the name. Okay, it's. He doesn't yell the name when it's the electric one, though.
Well done, Toggle.
Yeah, I don't know why sometimes he yells the name and sometimes he doesn't. Alright, we got a little bit. I can't remember what we're going for ability points. I think we're going up to 6,000 because we're trying to get the electric all the way up. Thunderbolt.
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield, change of plan.
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in East Pool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the curl. Join me only when East Pool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
Multitasking. Oh, I fail. Just try to do the shortcut from Genshin Impact to open up the map. Jesus Christ. I play those games way too much.
Next one's mine. I might not know
I think it's more towards that other, like, Rune village. It's weird that that thing has that the ice has so much power because according to, like, its star rating, when you look at the ability, it's only got, like, 3 or 4 stars, and it's not max stars, despite it doing so much damage. That's why I just do not understand that star rating on that thing. No ability points either. Get Lord.
There it is. With me, Torgal.
Or not. It's a single. Goodbye. Level 33. It does a lot. Look at that. It takes out half of its shield. Okay, we're half health. I don't even know how we even got to half health. It doesn't feel like we were taking much damage. It feels like we did not take a lot of health. Broke his shield again, just with, what was that, 3 or 4 combo of magic. Like, some of these fights just really feel bad, because it's like, you can just easily, like, combo them into Oblivion, which on one hand is kind of cool, because it's like, oh, Devil May Cry-ish, where it's like, if you're skilled enough, you could just, like, completely wipe people out with an awesome combo. But at the same time, it just kind of feels like, I don't know. Like, the dragon felt like a really good fight, despite it feeling a little limited in its attacks. the balance of like how dangerous it was, like how much damage we did, felt really good. Where a lot of the other fights just kind of feels like once you break the shield once, you could just easily overwhelm it. Because it always feels like the second time breaking the shield is so much easier. But yeah, that was a lot of like
All right.
that was a lot of cutscenes too. I didn't even mention.
Back to Eastpool.
Those were like a bunch of cutscenes talking about with people for this side quest. And it's like, sweet, let's get some more things. Let's rally some troops. And we should take and like, we figured out how to plant on bad soil, so we should like share that and get some shit growing.
Lord Rosfield, the curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
We did it. We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours, to protect Eastpool.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
They're not slaves anymore.
no. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he were still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too, and I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's Eastpudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course, and I'd be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right, I will.
Lord Rosfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes?
How could I forget?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
Oh wait, it just do our payment. By the way, if you notice, like the people that we usually interact with have like a much more colorful outfit than most of the other people around. Like if you look at her, it's kind of got like this aqua-ish feel outfit, opposed to everyone else. Color-wise, she super stands out. And same with the madam of the brothel. She's wearing like that bright purple outfit, while everyone else also just like very muted colors. Which is like you don't really think about, and it gives the character personality. But then when you see them like out walking around like we did in those cutscenes, everyone around them is in like drab muted colors. They just like stand out so much.
The hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Like your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing. To make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Yeah, again, these are like a lot of like conversation stuff happening. These ones. Hopefully the other ones also keep up with the storytelling. Alright, one down. Okay, we got this one. Like a lot of the desert stuff. I feel like the desert has really taken over, where it feels like the one that like we explore the most in, because it's got like a lot of land, and we've just been able to actually explore a lot more here in this terrain, opposed to this, which was, I'd say for the most part, start at point A, go to point B, and you explore everything. Or here it's like point A to point B, but then there's like a bunch of offshoots still that you can also explore. So this one feels like the best area to explore. Same with this, pretty like point A to point B, unfortunately. The map's really only so far in like 3 different groups. So let's work on... Let's go to this one. The crossroads spot. I don't know how much money we have, let's see.
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait.
Wait, what? Oh, I was misreading that. I thought we had 60,000, we have 6,000. Fudge! Alright. Oh, here we go. Okay, we got quite a bit of this.
Just what I was looking for.
Well, got a bunch of that. So. I honestly don't know if we actually use these for anything else. It's used for crafting, but it's like, do we?
You're sure you don't need it? Just what I was looking for.
Okay, there we go.
May Gilbert smile upon you. A fine choice. You've a discerning eye. A fine choice. Many thanks.
Alright. We got a bunch of potions. We did get our bag leveled up yesterday, too, as well as a bunch of other stuff. I hate that. Trying to hit X to interact, and I just end up jumping. And it's not even like a good jump, it's just... Awkward, tiny jump. Right, what do we got going on here? I'm assuming a lot of these are probably going to be, like, Akashic related, of like, oh, they're attacking, we need to defend, or something like that.
Ah, Clive. You'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
All right. I'll go and ask.
Thanks, Clive. I owe you one.
Ask El Chapo. Alright. Or El Jefe.
Don't blame yourself, El. This is their fault, not yours. I know, but... No buts about it, all right?
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the consortium offered double what we did, and the army jumped at the chance.
And you had no opportunity to make a counteroffer.
None at all. And we were so close.
Elle? What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist was speaking to about the bearers. How did the consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, and that's me, is it? Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us, then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but... is this what she really wants?
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if Elle's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randalar and see if you can stop my sister biting the consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best.
I feel like I just got drafted into being the bodyguard.
To Randalar, then. And better not keep Eloise waiting. What's happened?
Okay, this is ridiculous. That's like quite a bit outside of town. You should really like meet her like right at the gates. But hey, wait, does that mean we're gonna... since we're there, does that mean we're actually gonna go through here? Because that's a big mystery, is if there's anything beyond this point. It doesn't look like it. It looks like they do this thing that's really lame where there's like a dead end. And it's just like, you should be able to go past there, and I don't know why they won't do the thing. Let's see, is there anywhere else? Right here. There's still this cutoff that we still need to find out about. Yeah, because this is how you know that there's more, or like transfers to a different area. This shows that there's more that you could travel past. This shows you can transfer to a different part of the map. Yeah, this is just a dead end, which sucks. Let's go.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
Find her.
This is the end of the road for us. When are they gonna let us through?
Just running on over. There we go. And also, once we finish up all these side quests, we will go and check to see if there's more bounties. Oh, whoa! Holy shit. Alright. I thought we were like maybe 20 minutes in, we're already 40. Holy god. These cutscenes are a lot longer than I
I
thought.
hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with
In the
me?
middle of nowhere.
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves, and then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The Consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
It seemed a little too easy.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. And he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. Which is something, at least. But they deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help, and fast.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just... make sure he's safe.
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming.
Yep.
Time to fight.
That got him. Destroyed. Air palm. Air palm is definitely my favorite one. The finishers. That was weird. No fall damage or anything. I'm actually surprised they let us run over that cliff. Normally they're all like, nope.
Where's Theodore?
Upriver!
He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village, but the whole area is flooded with ether.
We just have to pray he makes it out in one piece.
I can do better than that. Torgal, with me.
Alright, all the way back into that zone. Hey, they're making use of it. Down this river. And yeah, I can't wait until the sky gets fixed. This river is so goddamn beautiful in this game. Oh, level 34s. Fighting in the bushes. Again, I do not understand why we don't get ability points from fights. I mean, mainly get them from quests. This doesn't make sense to me. Like, you're using your abilities in the fight. You should gain ability points. On. Got some roasted chicken here down by the river. I live with my chocobo down by the river. I was hoping we'd get more animal companions. Like when we got Torgal and then we got Ambrosia back.
The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned.
Bye. Oh my god, that one-shotted them. Come on. So freaking ridiculous. Torgal with the pile driver. I'm coming in with his Fang over Fang attack.
I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does.
Oh, actual dragon? Actual dragon!
Looks like it's found me.
Oh, he's level 36. Get fucked. We've already fought a level 50. Come on. Yeah, look at this fool. Alt. Okay, it does slow down the enemy when you fire the laser. Whoop.
Nice try.
Okay, Electric for some reason feels like those moves are like take forever. Oh yes, it landed right on the thingy. The little ice catcher. Hasn't even done any damage to us. Like, come on. And like I've been saying, Shiva just recovers so quickly the abilities. Alright, what do we got? They're like 50% health. Come on. And they've only gotten off like what, 3 attacks? Pile driver. No! Oh, okay, he got us. Oh my gosh, I didn't even holy shit, wow. Oh, oh my god, how did I not realize that? Actually doing dodges in that form allows you to build up faster. I did not realize that that was a thing. I'm so dumb. That's obvious now that I think about it. Whoop. And goodbye. Come on, nail it. Boom, and trophy. I'm so surprised we got it for that dragon. When we were fighting the level 50 dragon, we were like, fucking popping off yesterday. Hell yeah.
Clive?
We're number one.
You had me worried for...
No!
We have to get you out of here.
We kind of know.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore!
Follow-up fight? Please make this a fight.
Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Oh, don't. Why?
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you!
Take care of my sister.
Theodore, wait.
Goodbye, Elle.
Daddy. It's a gusher.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place, against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life? He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer. In more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to... I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces just like we always have, and to Theo's. Wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen. The life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own. To continue helping you however I can. Whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then. For Theodore.
to the next one.
Take that, you naughty thief!
Clive! To what do I owe the pleasure?
I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together.
Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the bandits still too disorganized to raid them.
Okay, sounds
just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
Are you a lord? Lubor's going to be one too. They're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil, because of how he stopped all the grown-ups from fighting.
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child, and the vote hasn't taken place just yet. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces like you two learn not to interrupt your elders. Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention. And they might have elected to take a similar approach. They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws, and they grow more organized by the day.
But we'll fight them all off just like last time, no matter how many of them there are. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can overcome any challenge we choose to face. The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until the only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud, by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more?
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you.
I'll go and speak with him.
What's the difference between a lord and a man?
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. Still in Dalamil, Victor?
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnis by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to abandon it to another. A sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting. Hence my doing his bidding yet again.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize our forces. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time to rally its forces.
All right. Which camp shall I take?
There's one upriver. Just out there, across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
The dunes.
If those ne'er-do-wells want to band together...
Okay. Making sure it was on the right side and we didn't have to undo some other stuff. I'm like running through the sands in armor. This is my nightmare.
must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Finger! Take his head off!
Okay, for a second I was afraid it was gonna hit the guy that's like a one-shot. This guy? Onions. Oh no, he's like way up there. Orgle.
Get him!
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you? Ah, I see the bandits didn't pose you any trouble.
No, but that's not why you're here, is it?
No. Something's happened. We need you back in Dalimil.
What is it?
The whole town's in uproar. They're saying that Lubor is a bearer.
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took him right through Dalimil. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence them. And when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years, which is what people are saying. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man is branded by choice. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who was made a leader of himself when the world believed he should have been a slave.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing. Lubor needs all the friends he can get right now.
You're right.
That's not good. Why did it have to be born on the racist continent and not the chill continent?
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running.
But we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing.
All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right. We should speak to everyone.
I'm glad you agree. I'll handle the townsfolk. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lubor really is. They know that Lubor and I are friends. I might not make for the most impartial of interlocutors. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial mediator of note.
I'll do what I can. Lubor, stay here with the children. I can't promise anything, but we'll try.
And that is all I can ask of you.
Why are you taking the bearers?
Why do they always have to make such a fuss?
He knew all along that he was playing.
Forgive me for disturbing you, but could I have a moment of your time?
I've seen your face before.
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it? Of the League of Merchants.
That's right. I wanted to speak to you about Lubor.
The rumors that he's a bearer. All true, I'm afraid.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do with it.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this at least, he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you. He cannot be trusted.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people of Dalimil. And they will thank you not to get involved.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I.
Well, we're getting a new
Conrad
forger then.
naturally refused to
Fuck
consider
all
anything
y'all.
but their own wounded pride.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back to Lubor.
All right.
Stick right over there. Come on. Do the thing where it's like it's really walking.
I assume the situation is hopeless?
There's still hope. But
perhaps not in this lifetime, I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. They'll come around. We'll talk some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie, that a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who was ever kind to us.
We'll be all alone. Again.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but for you, too.
How could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
They would not take it, Victor. It's over.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wolves? I thought you were better than this. But it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. But where are my manners? Here. Your reward for clearing out that bandit camp. Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do, anything,
I'll bear it in mind. Thank you.
It's gotta be a, like... Are we gonna see the whole dramatic leaving? That's surprising. I thought there would... You'd see that. Maybe that's a follow-up quest. That was actually... That was probably the shortest one. Yeah, that was a really short one. We really haven't done much in this town. God, it's so dark in here.
Lord Rosfield, is there aught the Undying might assist you with this day?
Perhaps. My brother said that your order was helping him with his quest to uncover Ultima's origins. Have you learned anything of note since last we spoke?
Little and less, I regret to report.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we will not rest until the truth is known. Even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every corner of the realm for traces of Ultima's touch.
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating back as far as Phoenix Gate.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the fallen civilization, as if protecting the secrets concealed within.
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our methods be of interest, my lord, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our number at work.
Would that be possible?
Of course. A survey is being conducted not far from here. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov, a small hamlet built around a fallen airship. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect their preliminary findings, but if you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that they would be honored to relate any discoveries they have made to you directly.
All right. I'll go and meet with them.
They will be most gratified, I am sure. Might I suggest you take the road through Titan's Wake? It will lead you straight to the village after but a short walk.
Thank you. I will.
I wish you a safe journey, my lord. May the Firebird's flames burn ever in your heart.
Yes! Okay, wait. Will we be able to go there now? Okay, that way's blocked off, but there's actually a path. I didn't even realize there was a path right there. Let's go check that. That could just be a simple dead end, but let's hope not. Alright, let's see if we can see this area. It should be the final spot left to unlock in the desert. Yeah, for like... I do wish there was a bit more openness to this open world. A lot of it's pretty linear. Like, I get it. Like, story-wise, it makes sense and it's needed. But, like, I do wish more of the regions did have more open areas like the desert does. Like, there's only 3 regions so far. And 2 of them are hella linear. Off screen, just pick them off. It's an ice shard. Alright, let me double check. That's the thing that's so weird. You have two different maps, like a local map and this upper map, but you can go to the local map from this map. But if you open up the map the other way, you're not in the menu and you can't swap over. You have to like enter into it like that. It's a little weird. Or like it's a sub menu where you can't like do this and go through all these options when you're on like the regional map. Okay, this one, just wanted to double check. Oh no. Why do I keep messing this up? Yesterday I thought it was 6,002. It's only 5,500. Still a lot, obviously, but definitely cheaper. We're right on the cusp of 4,000. And then we are going to try to get this. See if this works better or not. This we're going to keep on because it just... Or was it this one? This one we're going to keep on. We're going to level up. Just because it like group people together and then we can do our lightning stuff to it or our giant Bahamut laser. Fire in my laser. And then take them out. Alright, unfortunately for some reason, hold on. Let me try to reopen chat. My chat just started acting weird. For some reason, it's not showing YouTube. Restreamer, why are you such a dud? Oh shit, it unlocked all of it! For a second there, I opened it and I'm like, oh wow, that's a lot further away than I thought. It's like, oh wait, no. They just kind of revealed the entire path for us. Okay, for some reason... Okay, let me...
No mistakes.
Alright, Restreamer is acting like a butt saying that YouTube isn't working. I don't know if it's the actual stream or if it's just the chat extension that's acting weird, but either way. Whoop. Hopefully it's going all good. Everyone on YouTube, please. Whoop. I'll see when the stream is over. If not, we still have... How? Why? I still don't understand, Torgal. What triggers you to do this? Okay, I tried not to look it up, but I think I should, just to see how Torgal triggers his form. Dang it, that thing showed up way too far back. Alright, we're gonna do this so we can get a little bit of heal off. This dude's a level 33, and he's actually putting up a decent little fight. Although those guys usually do. Alright. E-Dog. Really nailing it for us. Well, now that we got this part unlocked, I would guess that we get a bounty. Like that right there, that screams bounty location. And honestly, yeah, there's not a lot of treasure chests in this either. Not a lot of open world in terms of places you need to go to explore outside of the main story. And not a lot of treasure chests. Wow, wow, there's a lot of these dudes. Holy. Alright. Boom. I'm still not 100% sure when he throws the two lightning rods if he can hit two different people. Like, he'll target one, hit them with the lightning bolt, kill them, and then will he move on to another target? Or will the second one just kind of follow up the first one? That I'm unclear about. And that's... all up in here. We'll come back later.
I needed that.
Go. Take potion. Boosted all the way up. Dude, yeah. Yesterday was so good for us. We increased our potency of our potions, That super helped. We increased our bag so we could carry more potions. That super helped. Ooh, oh, nice.
All right.
Oh, I keep forgetting I have that pierce move too. Oh, wow, okay. That was quicker than I thought. All right. Oh, checkpoint. Checkpoint. Finally. Wow, yeah, that one is definitely needed. It's in like the middle of nowhere. You lose his Nijo checkpoint. Oh, is this an entire town? Or is it ruins? Oh, it looks like a town. A Indian town, maybe? Okay, never mind. Everyone's dead. It is recently become ruins. Like, very recently. Okay, those are who we were going to meet.
Oh no.
Honestly,
You'll pay for this.
these robots are so weird. These will never be explained.
May still be survivors.
Yeah, we have robots. Don't think about it too hard. Boom. Yeah, for that one, both of them struck the same person just because he was alive, but what I was talking about earlier is if I kill him on the first strike, where does the second strike go? Is it just follow-up, or does it target another person? That I haven't really been able to figure out. Whoops. Okay, yeah, there were quite a few people here. Alright. Let me look around, just see if I can see a chest anywhere. Aha! Useless! As per usual. Ooh, some nice music coming in. Another chest. Also useless. Sharp fangs. One of the most common things. Oh.
Whatever that thing is, I'd say it's their leader.
Oh, okay, he had sword. Oh, fridge. Dude, frickin'! I was like at the perfect spot just to get Rochambeaued by that. Alright, that was bad. Holy shit, I got caught up in it, yo. That sucked. Damn it! I keep hoping that ice thing will like just hit the person directly in front of me, but no, it's a set distance away, so even if there's someone directly in front of you, it won't hit them.
Nice try.
Combo! Damn it. Yeah, when you're fighting an actual skilled enemy...
Too slow. Too slow.
Oh, he died. Oh, no, he didn't. I was gonna say he jumped back into it. Nope. Oh, that was a bad dodge. I wanted to dodge in.
Too slow. There's a good boy. Kill!
Oh, see, that was right out of range.
Nice try.
Ooh. Power thrust. Yup. Taking him out.
Should have stayed in the past.
Okay, we are going good. All right.
These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, Lord. I did not recognize you. You are Lord Rosfield, are you not? We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. When the echoes appeared, our brothers here occupied their attentions. Thanks to them, and to you, we were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
You call that a mercy? Your brothers might still be alive if you put their safety before your duty. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering Ultima's origins, a duty of the highest import, as I'm sure you will agree.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you too?
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause, an honor to which all Undying aspire. Now, to what do we owe the honor of your presence, Lord Marquis?
Cyril told me of your work here, and I agreed to collect your findings in his stead.
I see. That is most kind. Pray, take them then, with our humble thanks. May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart, as it does in ours.
It's one thing to lay down your life for another, but for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
For a survey, all I can think of is like those stupid like oh, what are they the government does? Where they just do random surveys of the population. You just show up, people are just getting shot left and right. It's like, what's going on? I just want to know your house is medium income. Never! We're just getting taken out left and right. Okay, that was nothing. I do need to look into their Black Friday sales and stuff are coming up. Spider-Man 2 is on sale. I was thinking about maybe trying to pick that up finally, and then we could do Spider-Man 1 and then 2. I don't know if we'll do Miles Morales in between. I already streamed that, and honestly, I thought the story of that was okay. Like, it was good, but I didn't think it was... It was just like one of those ones where it's like, I'm good. Like, I played it once, I thought it was good. I don't think I need to return to it. Especially since I streamed that one.
Ah, you are returned, my lord.
I collected your colleagues' preliminary findings. Here, take them.
I don't know about Dragon's Dogma 2. Like, I played one a little bit, but it's like one of those things where it's like, I see what you're going for, but it's just like, it feels like the technology wasn't there in the first one, and it kind of just ruined it for me. And I couldn't really get into it, so it's like, I don't know. 2 looked good, but I don't know if I can get into the sequel or not. Like, if the problems I had with the first one are just the mechanics that they carry over into the second one, or... But we will... Well, I don't know. What I'm thinking about is thinking about Dragon's Dogma 2, maybe. Seeing if that one goes on sale.
My thanks. I shall study them, and inform you forthwith if I discover aught that might aid you in your fight against Ultima.
Cyril, your survey party suffered several losses in Kretov. Losses which could have been avoided, had the others not chosen to complete their work, instead of saving their friends. Were these your orders?
No. This was their choice. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix. It is our sole duty, and should we die in discharging it, so be it.
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful to argue. The Undying have served the Phoenix for countless generations, and your opinion of our methods, however earnest, is not like to change them. We live to serve the Phoenix. Our very order exists for that purpose, and that purpose alone.
Cyril, I know that you and your brethren answer only to Joshua, but allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender their lives without good reason. Provide your survey parties with an escort, that they might live to do their duty for years to come. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Joshua would want you to serve him. Please. For all our sakes.
I thank you for your advice, my lord. If you will permit me to respond, our faith in his grace, Joshua Rossfield, is absolute. And we of the Undying will do what we believe is right to fulfill our duty unto him. As first shield to the Phoenix, I am sure you understand what it means to do one's duty.
I do.
Then we are of the same mind. And it is my hope that we may continue to do our duty together.
Oh, okay. I was hoping that would dig a little deeper. This is an interesting thing that we've been introduced to. Again, I feel like I cannot gauge where we are in terms of main story. If this is still like around, I don't know, 3/4 of the way through, or if we're even closer to the end than that, or like what. But I hope we do get a little bit more of these guys in this whole situation here. Alright, let's talk to this person. We do not have the money for it, but let's see.
Are you buying?
I'm looking and crying, mostly. Okay, so that guy doesn't have anything new. And
take care.
Doesn't have any. Okay, this one says that it has something new. What is our money situation? Money's 4,000. It's nothing. It's nothing. God damn it. All right, and we're just a little more than 1,000 until we get our next ability. We need 10,000 XP, and each fight gives us like what, maybe 200 XP. So this is gonna be a bit. Yeah, I think let's return to the hideout. And let's check the bulletin board first, because we opened up that one spot in the desert area, so let's see if anything gets added because of that. I don't think it will, but... Oh, and apparently we got our reputation. It doesn't look like anything's new, but... So. What do you think the ball on the top of their head is made out of? Like, do you think it's firm or squishy? I don't like thinking about it.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised all yours? Come again. I may have more for you.
Well, that was just like a lot of conversations, and again, like the side quests in this game are really good because they introduce you to like these characters that are like tangential with the main story. Where it's like there's a difference between side characters and background characters. And they've done a pretty good job at making a lot of people that you interact with just side characters rather than just one-off background characters.
Split the sea.
And a lot of the side quests affecting them. Yeah, we're gonna save. That is gonna be it for today, guys. Definitely, story-wise, in terms of the side characters, we got a lot today. in terms of actual progress, nowhere near yesterday. Yesterday, it was amazing. We got so many upgrades and changes and stuff. It was great. But that is it for today, guys. Next week, we will hop right into the main story, push forward with that, see how that goes. And like I said, I really cannot gauge this story at all of, like, how far into the main story we are or what. Because, like, they'll, like, go, like, one crystal into another, and you're like, wow, we're really clipping through it. And then it kind of, like, takes a lull for a bit, and I'm like, okay, well, what's going on? So, yeah, we'll see. We can... Hopefully Jill and our brother will rejoin our party soon, and we'll be doing more fights with them. Honestly, I probably should have put off doing the dragon fight until they were in our party again, and that would have made it way easier. It would have made it maybe 15% easier, 12 to 15% easier. Let's face it, they're not the best in fights. At best, they'll distract a enemy. Yeah, that is it for today, guys. Thank you for coming out and hanging out on day 1545 of streaming in a row. Like always, links down below for my Twitter, my Blue Sky, which I just started using, and my YouTube channel where all my previous streams are uploaded and archived over there. Tomorrow we are going to get back into Zoneless End Zero, and we are going to be doing another character story for tomorrow, unless there's a new event. I don't think there's a new event that started. We'll see what's happening, but we're probably going to try to focus on another character's, like, main story and see how that goes. And then Genshin Impact, because of the new update that just dropped, we're going to be continuing with the main story there and continuing exploring. That I'm really excited about. Like, half of the map is kind of weird little islands that we still need to explore, so we're going to probably try to do that this upcoming week. And then hopefully the grinding in Honkai Star Rail will pay off, and we'll actually be able to push forward somewhat on Friday with Honkai Star Rail. We shall see. But yeah, that is the plan for the next couple of days. Thank you, everyone, for coming out and hanging out, and I will catch you all tomorrow with some Zoneless End Zero. If not, see you guys back here next weekend, where we'll be continuing some more of probably... This may be my second favorite Final Fantasy game. Only being beat out by, obviously, 7 Remake, which is still coming out. The first part was amazing. Second part, we still need to play. But I think I'm going to hold off until part 3 comes out. And then we just all the way through. It will take some time to do that, but I think that's what we're going to do, is try to do all of them all the way through. Including the prequel with Zack. I still need to pick that up. So hopefully we'll be able to just do that, just a huge block of just all Final Fantasy VII content all the way through. And hopefully that goes well. Anyway,